There is a brand new Model 3 coming, and we're not even talking about the Highland Model 3 refresh, but rather a new upgraded Model 3. We're going to get into the details of what this new high-performance Model 3 could be, plus new information, pros and cons, our own government saying that a Tesla is not the best EV. What do we mean? Let's get into all of that in today's video. Last year here in the States, right around the fall of 2022, when the entire country was falling in love with the new Model 3 long range, we saw this trim removed. Well, now there is a new vehicle that has been removed. And just as a refresher, do you remember how long it took for us to order that Model 3 long range again when it got taken off a year ago? 9 months is how long it took for that long range Model 3 to make its way back onto the website. Well, how long is this new vehicle going to disappear for? The new Model 3 performance is nowhere to be seen on any Tesla website where the new Model 3 Highland is taking deliveries. So what is the deal, and are we going to see a Model 3 Plaid? Let's get into all of that and break down the details. So did you know that your Model 3's VIN number tells you things like the trim of your vehicle to the location that it was manufactured and assembled? Well, now new information, those VIN numbers out of Europe, gives us hints of a new motor, a big upgrade of this Model 3 performance that mimics the Plaid of the Model S and X. Let's read into this. The Model 3 performance may get a facelift with a new motor, again hinting that that VIN gives it away. So let's get into this article. The document issued in July, posted by via Tesla Ratty, TFF, proves that not only the Model 3 performance will get in some type of way an upgrade, but some interesting powertrain upgrades as well. This upgraded vehicle was spotted by a European type certificate from the RDW, the Netherlands Vehicle Authority. And now we can look at this image shared on X of a new T symbol, which indicates the same type of motor design on the Plaid versions of the Model S and X. And listed, it says dual motor performance. So this could give us hints of what changes may come, but what does this exactly mean? Will we see a Plaid Model 3 or will we not? So I want you to look at the United States website, see if the Model 3 performance disappears before the Highland comes out here in the States. The performance is gone from countries we've seen release the Model 3 Highland like Shanghai, countries in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and more. But the reason we know that this change is coming is this. The outgoing Model 3 performance has a letter L in the same position. Now this suggests that the facelifted variant of the Model 3 will feature a new type of motor, again listed now as T. Now reportedly using this T is the same type of VIN the European Model S Plaid and X Plaid use, which feature a tri-motor powertrain. So does this mean that the 3 is going to evolve into a Plaid version? So according to this specific article, and I tend to agree, it's unlikely that you're going to get the same tri-motors of the Plaid S and X because the lighter weight Model 3 would then get even more performance than the Model S, if you can imagine that. What is more likely is you will see maybe that same technology used in the rear motor, then adopted into the Model 3. Let's explain. Other sources are saying that instead of a tri-motor, you're going to get now a Plaid motor in the rear of your Model 3. There are no specifics on how exactly faster or better performance your car would get. So I want to make sure that you stay tuned for that. Could this 0 to 60 just go into the 2-second range? What is the price going to be? But I want to go into this new story that just came out with a high-ranking official here in the States saying that Tesla isn't that good and they're going to trade in their car, their Model 3, for another EV. Speaking of the Model 3, the car that I have, the car that's going to have a big performance upgrade and one that now has a Highland refresh, New York Congresswoman Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez said when in her interview on Face the Nation that she is trading in her Model 3 for a non-Tesla, and the reason may shock you. The most American-made car, she doesn't want it. Ocasio-Cortez, commonly referred to as AOC by her initials, listen to these comments about Tesla and her Model 3 and let me know, what do you think? Is she right? We're actually looking into trading our car now, AOC said on the show, so we're looking into it and hopefully we will soon. And as for why she's trading in her Model 3, when asked during the interview, she said that she purchased the EV early during COVID-19 pandemic when EV offerings from union automakers did not have a long enough range to help her make the long commute from her district in New York to Washington, D.C. Well, right away, what stands out to you in that statement? By the way, when is the best time to purchase your Model 3? Well, changes are coming up. We're already into October in a matter of days. So I want you to stick around. We're going to talk about when with the EV tax credit will prices fall. You don't want to miss that. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But as far as her comments, listen to this next part. AOC continued, now there are multiple union EVs capable of making that long commute. So if you're driving from DC to New York without Tesla's supercharging network, a lot of these legacy vehicle automakers are not making vehicles capable of the NACS charging system, the North American standard that Tesla uses. Now, eventually, the goal, a lot of them have already agreed, Ford and GM, to use this NACS technology. But if you're buying a non-Tesla, do you feel that the non-Tesla superchargers are reliable enough, are abundant enough, and are frequent enough for your hours and hours long commute? Which one would you rather have? The best time to buy your Model 3 is really right now. We're going to tell you why in a second, but Electrify America is one of those charging networks that those non-Teslas do use, and consequently that is one of the networks that has the lowest reliability, with Tesla's supercharging network near upwards of 99% reliability. So on a road trip, I think a big mistake is being made here to trade in one of the most reliable charging networks, the highest performing, high quality and fun cars to drive in a Tesla, and let's not forget the most American made car EV in the States. So to trade in something that's not as American made and maybe not as price friendly for less range and reliability, I simply wouldn't do it. The best time to order is right now, and I want to tell you why. New EV tax credits, especially for the Model 3, are expected to change on January 1st. My predictions are specifically for the cars that do have the refresh, the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, and maybe that long-range Model 3. We could see EV tax credits slashed in half. So instead of $7,500 off of your tax liability, if you do qualify based on the price of your car and your income, you could have that tax credit cut from $7,500 to $3,750. But why else is now the best time to order your Model 3? So I've done plenty of videos of my current Model 3. That would be exactly the same vehicle that you get if you order from inventory right now. And we've done comparison reviews of the new Highland refresh, but it's not even available on the Tesla website currently. So do you wait and potentially risk getting a lower EV tax credit, or do you take a new vehicle delivery from current inventory and save thousands? Well, here's my answer. If you're not worried about the latest and greatest features, now the biggest one I think is more range. Because of higher efficiency, you are getting more range, but other things like an exterior refresh, ambient lights, and a lot more creature comforts that are in the Highland, if you're okay on not having that, the new prices right now for the inventory are at record lows. I would 100%, and keep in mind, these all qualify for that EV tax credit. I would order right now. And also the referral program could change at any minute. There's a new referral program. Now, if you are a Tesla owner like myself, you can click on my referral link down in the description and save $500 on your Tesla purchase. You can get free supercharging, enter to win a free Cybertruck or a Model 3 Performance as well, simply by being a Tesla owner and collecting those points. And if you are buying a Tesla, make sure to use my referral link. It does save you money. So if you're buying a Tesla between now and the end of the year, two things could happen. One, current inventory prices could fall even further. Subscribe because I don't want you to miss the alert when that happens. Or Tesla could throw in extra incentives, free full self-driving for a few months, maybe a free wall connector with your purchase. You simply never know. Or two, the Highland could come out. So you could wait or you could miss out. If the Highland doesn't come out until next year, my prediction is we will see the Project Highland come out at the end of October, at the very latest, the first or second week of November. Everything that I'm seeing out there leads me to believe that that will come out in conjunction, very, very exciting to think about this, in conjunction with the Cybertruck. If you really put those two together, it could be a phenomenal Q4 for Tesla. But of course, time will tell. If you're thinking about buying, if you want the best prices, current inventory is where to go. And if you're okay on waiting, the Highland is soon to come. The Model 3 is getting an upgrade with that Model 3 Performance new motor and the Highland just months away. And record low inventory prices. Will they go even lower? I don't want you to miss anything. Subscribe, hit the bell notifications so you get an update when that happens and we make a video about it. And the only way I know you liked this video is to drop a like. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.